Reality check.
Meet Jason Smith, a development team leader at SiteRight Engineering Corporation. Jason was the kind of guy you'd call if you needed a hand, always going out of his way to help others. But now he has a different reputation.
All rise. Court is now in session.
In the case of Steve Stefferson versus co-defendants Jason Smith and SiteRight Engineering Corporation, the court has found for the plaintiff, Steve Stefferson. Not only did Mr. Smith directly engage in repeated acts of workplace harassment against Mr. Stefferson, but other supervisors at the company failed to do anything about these acts when they were reported. We find for the plaintiff, Mr. Stefferson, in the amount of $4 million.
Do I have to pay for that? I can't afford that. I'll lose everything.
Yes, Jason, you're liable for the judgment along with the company. We'll have to figure out the details.
I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to be bankrupt.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Of course, you do realize that your employment is terminated immediately.
Although this example is fictitious, Jason's actions and their consequences are all too common in the workplace today. Hard to believe? Here are some real-life examples of the severe consequences to individuals and organizations that didn't obey laws against workplace harassment. Don't let what happened to these people happen to you. Act 1. Remember Jason, found liable for workplace harassment charges? He lost his job, suffered a damaged reputation, and had a substantial judgment brought against him. That didn't happen overnight. A series of actions and circumstances led to the workplace harassment claim. 6 months ago, Jason was eating lunch and reading a newspaper in the company cafeteria when Steve, a coworker, sat at the next table. Steve was new to Jason's team, skilled at his job, good with clients, and openly gay, which made Jason feel uncomfortable.
Hey, Jason, can I grab whatever part of the paper you're done with?
Sure, Steve, sure. Let's see, I'm not reading entertainments. Life and leisure? Sports. You wouldn't be interested in that. Oh, wait. There's an article in the Metro section I thought you'd be interested in. Here it is. State close to legalizing same-sex marriage.
Really?
Come on, this should make you happy. You can start shopping for that wedding dress next week, buddy.
Don't you mean matching tuxedos?
Well, I knew you'd be interested in the article.
Act 2. Remember Jason, who made teasing remarks to Steve about his sexual orientation? A few weeks have passed, and Jason, who has just been named team leader for their project, pops into Steve's cubicle to drop off the latest test results. He notices a framed photo of Steve and his partner on Steve's desk and picks it up.
So, Steve, who wears the pants in your family? That must be a dilemma. Or maybe should I say, who wears the apron?
You know, Jason, that really isn't funny. You've made several comments like that lately, and I'm not amused.
Aw, lighten up, buddy. I'm just joking around.
Well, stop it. I don't want you to joke about my personal life anymore.
Fine, sorry. I forget that you people are so sensitive.
Act 3. The new project that Jason and Steve were working on has been released successfully, and as a reward, their company hosts a dinner in an upscale restaurant. The entire development team has been invited along with their spouses and partners. Near the end of the evening, Steve and his partner are in conversation with a large group of people when a slightly drunk Jason rudely interrupts.
So, Steve, see you brought your better half. How nice to finally meet you. How are the kids?
Jason, this isn't called for.
What? What did I say? I just finally wanted to meet the woman, I mean man, that greets my buddy with a kiss when he comes to the door.
That's enough, Jason. You've really crossed the line this time.
It must be the Scotch talking.
I think it's you talking, and enough is enough.
You have a bad attitude, Steve. You know, I've got a lot of influence with our department head. I wouldn't want you to get into trouble over something like this.
Act 4. The last time you saw Steve, Jason's inappropriate behavior definitely crossed the line to workplace harassment. Steve asks his friend and co-worker, Regina, for advice.
I just don't know how to handle this, Regina. What am I going to do?
That's horrible. I can't believe he embarrassed you like that in public.
It was horrible. I've told him to stop many times before, but he doesn't. I didn't even want to come to work today. It will be so awkward when I see him.
Ugh, that's awful. I thought you guys used to be friends.
Well, not friends really, but we did work well together. Maybe that's why he thinks he can get away with it, thinking that no one else will take these jokes seriously. But I'm through with that. He's crossed the line, and I have to do something.